All right. We're all right. All right. We're live.
Dude, I want to go here, wherever it is. Good evening, everybody. Pilot. Ron Phillips is a pilot.
Yep, I am.
All right. That is...
Petey!
Show the most important part.
Oh, my God.
Oh, Petey. Good old Petey. So, just out of curiosity, never mind, we'll wait for the show. We will wait for the show. Okay. Phillips.
All righty, all righty, all righty.
We're just getting all loaded up here, folks. Bear with us. We be live.
2 minutes.
Ouija boards. Good evening, folks. Joe. Oh, that's me, Phillips. Do not. There we go. And one more. Here we go. Refresh. Brother Phillips, how you doing? You doing good?
Doing all right. How are you?
Magnifico.
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday, na na na. Oh. It feels weird in here.
Does it?
It feels weird in here.
You already tripped and fell. I already dropped a microphone.
Something weird is going on.
Something weird.
You notice I shaved. You didn't notice.
I did notice.
You didn't say nothing.
And you shaved your head, too.
I did.
Yeah.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday.
Every Sunday. I decided to take this back up. I'm not the rugged guy anymore.
I like the rugged Rocky.
Research.
We'll explain that momentarily, folks.
Look at somebody over
1
there.
minute. Yeah.
You notice I didn't say anything?
Yeah.
High five on that, bro. You're welcome. Don't want to get yelled at again. Oh, Misty. I mean, oh, dude. I'm sorry, Brian. I'm so proud of myself, and I just ruined it.
Here we go.
How much time we got?
30 seconds.
34 seconds. Oh, look at me give you a hug.
Yeah.
Brian just says, hey, bro, you're lucky we're live.
Get off of me.
He says, yeah, let's make it quick.
All right, here we go. 20
Jamie,
seconds.
Sean, Casey, what's happening? Audrey, what's up, Miss Mary? Rod's going to panic because we're going to go, Teresa, what's up?
PrepareWithMojo50.com. If you want to keep food on the table, if you just want to maintain some sense of normalcy, PrepareWithMojo50.com is the answer. PrepareWithMojo50.com. Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocci Stucci.
What's up, brother?
Oh, you threw me off there for a second. I was perhaps clear. Clear is the word of the night. Yeah. Clear, ladies and gentlemen. You threw me off, Phillips.
Because I started talking.
It feels weird.
He's got something going on tonight. He says he feels weird in here. I'm not sure why.
You ever have, like, dreams that stick with you for, like, a day, 2 days?
Me, no. And I'll tell you why. I think back when I was real young, I used to have nightmares quite a bit.
Oh.
I did. And I started, I guess, blocking them out. I know I dream, but literally I forget them almost immediately after I wake up.
Really?
Absolutely. And that's been like that for, 3 or 4 decades now, where I forget what I dream.
I wish I had that capability.
Some people have absolutely real dreams.
That's me.
Do you?
And they stick with me sometimes for days.
Really?
Yeah. Yep.
Just like so intense that you...
Sometimes they're horrifying. Sometimes they're the dreams you don't want.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And then it sticks with you forever because, there's certain things in life as we live that you just don't want to happen.
Yeah.
Right? And you just kind of bury it away and you just go on with your life. And then you have a dream that brings it to surface and then you're crabby. Ladies and gentlemen, this program is brought to you by
Romika Designs.
Yeah.
Yes, we have a new little video that we're showing here. Romika Designs.
Yeah.
We do laser engraving, cutting,
that?
different crafts and stuff like. We're going to talk about that in a second.
Oh,
but Romika Designs, you can find us at romikadesigns.com. We do have a lot of gifts and services out there, but we have recently just changed the category listing, and we're going to be putting up a lot more products out there.
That's
so
right.
go out there. They are the sponsor of the show, romikadesigns.com.
dude, that was awesome.
What's
That was
that? The
awesome.
little video?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
Ron Phillips puts all that together. I'm just saying for the record. He puts it all together. Folks, hey, I want to rely. I said, what's that? And
Yes. And you forgot that
I
was
forgot
on.
that it was on. Make sure that you go to not iHeart, go to iTunes for us.
Yeah.
And in iTunes, make sure you give 5 stars. I'm not even asking for 4. I'm going straight to 5. You know what I'm
Please.
saying?
Yep.
Make sure you follow on iTunes and make sure you give a review and click. I don't care what you click for stars. You click whatever you want. Just get on over there, click it, and no, we ain't painting nothing blue, Audrey.
I started to say, can we talk about this now that we're actually on the air?
What are we talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Petey.
Oh, Petey!
Yeah. Oh my God. Petey's got a nice butt.
He does have look at the curvature. That's like muscle. Look at side view it. Look at that.
Yeah. So Audrey wants us to paint Petey
We
blue
ain't painting
because
nothing
apparently blue alien is her thing.
But gray alien is a thing too.
That's
Odds.
right. He's a gray.
Look at him. Look, he's smiling for
He
everybody
does.
right now.
And his eyes, man, his eyes are bugging out. So you guys get to stare at that while we're on the show. Oh, wow.
Determined.
Okay. All right. So tell your story. Something happened to us over the weekend that Rocky's going to talk about a little bit, and I'll pitch in. But then we got something that we want to introduce to you.
Power.
Yeah.
All right, so you're hearing something in the background, and I'm not going to get to what it is just yet. Sometimes, when we talk about, Petey does do squats, just for the record. Again, iTunes really quick, and make sure you get to our website,
And give us a review, please.
abnormalrealities.com. Give us a review. We would be super grateful for it. There's a lot of things on this program that we want to talk about all the time. We get into the fun mode, and the fun mode is super important to us. That was
That's what happened Friday night, folks.
that was insane, dude. That was beyond. That was like, holy crap.
The downloads and the listens on that show. Apparently, sex sells. We didn't know ghost sex sold so much, but apparently, sex sells.
It's sold. So thank you to all those that downloaded and listened to the podcast, because me and Ron we were both like, damn.
Oh yeah, man, that
Jeez.
was fantastic.
And so that is number one priority of this program is fun. You got to have fun. We're politicked out. Yeah, we are.
We're brave.
Yes, we are. It said brave. That is going to be so damn distracting. I'm telling you right now, because I'm like, what am I talking about? It's important that we have fun. But there's also a lot of things that are very, very important to us that we talk about. And, the reason we talk about the paranormal stuff, Ron, the reason we talk about the spiritual stuff, because, to a lot of people, it's a way of life. To me, it's a way of life. To you, it's a way of life, right?
Yeah.
Or we want it to be. So we're trying to find that structure on what bits and pieces in this research can we grab and make it absorb into our everyday living and make us better people, right?
Well, and that's why we called the show Abnormal Realities. We all know what normal is, or at least we think we do, and we all think we are.
What?
But we're not. Many of us are abnormal, and we're very proud of it. That's me. I don't know about him, but that's me.
Abnormal Army,
Look,
bitches.
Abnormal Army.
What's up?
Yeah, you'll see that again soon. But also, we don't just talk about paranormal. We discuss UFOs. We discuss exorcisms, psychics, and we're doing it all. Dude, stop turning.
It was
him
a
around.
special request.
To turn Petey around
Yeah.
and show his ass.
Yep, it says right here. Right there.
Oh my God.
It said instance.
So we that's why our show is called Abnormal Realities. We want to cover all of it and get just as detailed as we can with it. But like we said when we first started, I'm the more skeptical of the bunch. Rocky is the more educator of the bunch.
Well,
so
I was skeptical for a long time, Ron.
right, but I'm where you were before.
Yep.
And I wanna move down this path, and I want to learn, and I want to understand.
And then when you do have that significant experience,
Yeah.
then your skepticism changes a little bit. And it's hard to almost keep the skepticism at times, because once you know,
Yeah.
there's no turning back.
Once you know, you know.
Once there's a T-shirt right there. Once you know, you know. So,
but this weekend we had a very nice email come in from a friend, and we won't use the name tonight, but the email was quite lengthy.
Yeah.
And
it took me like 3 different sessions.
Yeah. And it was sent to me and Rocky both. And after I read it, I was like, oh, hell. So I sent it to Rocky, or I told Rocky to go check his email, and he read it, and he came back and he says,
dude, I had chills.
Yeah.
The second half of that email.
Weird.
Why was it weird?
It was just weird. It was weird that I got the same chills from it.
You spiritually connected to it.
I guess.
That's what that was. Your body was reacting at a subliminal level. You say it was weird, but it wasn't weird, because when your body reacted like that, it was like soul touching, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So we got this email, and there's a lot of things. I had so much to say after I read the email. Damn, that's a lot of words.
It is a lot of words.
Man, brother. Yeah. By the way, those of you that do send us emails, that's awesome. We love it. We appreciate it. Keep them coming.
info@abnormalrealities.com.
That's right.
Actually distributes to both Rocky and I. So, or me and Rocky.
Yeah. And me and Rocky as well.
Yeah. That
too.
Okay.
What? All right. So, I don't know where to start in this email. There's certain things that we don't want to really expose, for certain reasons.
Yeah.
Even though there's that one evil part of me that kind of wants to, but I can't.
Well, no, I mean, it's kind of a personal email,
It is
too.
a personal email.
It's a personal experience that this person shared with us. Having gone down the path of knowing someone who has passed away, and then having a conversation with them. And this person points out that they used an app on their phone.
Yeah.
And gave us the name of the app.
Yep.
We're going to talk about it a little bit tonight. That's what you hear going on in the background. Because Rocky kind of wanted to research it. I know you said in the past that apps for the iPhone aren't really your thing.
Okay, so let's get to that right now.
Yeah, we can get to that.
Because you're going to be hearing things, because I'm going to keep this. Now, I'm not an app guy. I'm going to be completely honest with everybody. And I'm not going to sit here and degrade or say anybody's right or wrong, because I use the things that I'm just personally comfortable with.
Yeah.
Skepticism with me comes in with mobile apps, especially with ghost hunting tools, right? But the gentleman that sent us this email, I'm going to tell you something. One of the best well-written emails. I mean, there wasn't even a spell check in that thing.
Right. Describing a particular set of circumstances that created the need for this app.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at it's
so the name of the app is called.
Hold on. Look at that. It's clear.
It is clear.
That is
That's
so
weird.
freaking cool.
That's because it's a green app.
Oh,
Don't give away all the damn secrets.
Look at that, dude. Oh,
Seriously.
sorry.
All right.
It is.
The name of the app is called. That's you can see right through your head. That's crazy. That was Ghost
weird.
Radar.
I don't have a brain.
Okay.
Yep, it's called Ghost Radar.
You couldn't have said that any better. Either.
I felt it, dude. I got chills on my balls.
Oh my god.
I don't know why it just came out.
It is. It's called Ghost
Damn
Radar.
it. I can't do that. Okay, so it's called Ghost Radar. Again, I'm not a big fan
I'm
of
assuming
apps.
they have an iPhone app and
I don't know. I don't
Android
even know.
app.
But
I think they do.
It's an Android app, so I bought it. Sue me, right? I bought it, and I says, you know what? It said hi.
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
HIGH high. Yeah. So this app, it works kind of like the Ovilus.
Kind of.
And you've heard us talk about the Ovilus before. Yep. It's a dictionary-based app, so it basically just throws out words instead of you hearing words on a EVP scanner like the Spirit Box that we used. So this thing will periodically throw out words. He's going to leave it on for the show just so we can hear it.
Have a little fun with it.
And we've got a microphone attached to it.
And it was really weird because when we first turned it on, the first thing it said was sexy. And we're like, damn, what?
That is not the first thing it said.
This shit is legit.
The first thing it said was crew.
Crew.
Yeah. And you
then sexy. I was like, hell yeah, this thing's legit. No more skepticism
sexy
here.
A crew of sexiness.
But here's the super, super profound thing about this message is the signs are always there if we're willing to see it, right? Now, there was somebody. There's a safe way to explain this.
Well, a lot of the people who are listening to the show know that our friend passed away a couple of years ago.
Yes.
His name was Doc Thompson.
Yep.
He was a radio guy who had been in the industry for 30 plus years, and is on or was the I guess you call it the patriarch of one of the stations that we're broadcast on called Mojo 50, and was a partner of mine in that business as well. He passed away because the guy decided he was going to go jogging and then run on a railroad track. Never a good idea. But anyhow, one of our friends had a conversation with Mr. Thompson through this app, and he was explaining to us the conversation. We're not going to get into the personal side of the details of it, but he does come through in the email and tells us that he says he also wanted me to encourage you to not just keep digging until you reach full disclosure,
Yep.
but to encourage everyone to try to recognize, understand their own spirit visitors. In that vein, here are some old school, quote, pro tips from me and Doc Thompson. And Rocky, I'll let you go through these.
All right. And again, this even caught me a little bit. And this was one of the parts.
Well, the story to me,
the story,
the discussions that he had back and forth in the story kind of.
Because when I was reading the story part, it brought back certain memories to where there were signs literally right on my dinner plate that I wasn't recognizing because my mind was too in tune with manufactured reality for me to recognize some of those signs and symbols. Folks, you know, this sounds super woo, and this is more the serious part of the things that we talk about. But your heart is never alone, right? You know what I'm saying, Ron, when I say that? When we sit here and we think about death is extremely hard. I hate death. I hate losing people I love. I hate losing friends and family. I hate the thought of, you know, someday my children are going to be without a father, you know, just like someday I'm going to be without a father. But when those people are gone, you know, sometimes people say words to try to comfort you, like they're still with you. Those aren't words I use to comfort people because that's a reality that I know and understand. Now, you have to be open enough and willing to look for the signs. Your father's gone, right?
Yeah, passed away in 2019.
What are some of the things your father really loved about life? Like an item, activity, something that where
I don't know the answer to that question.
How about music?
Me and my father weren't too close.
Okay.
I mean, there was a period of about 25, 30 years where we really didn't communicate.
Okay.
And it wasn't because we were angry or frustrated or disappointed with each other. It was just, that's one of those things that happens in my family. Sure. Is the family's not real close. It's not a close knit, except for your immediate family, right?
Yep.
So I don't know what kind of music he liked specifically. My dad was in law enforcement when I was growing up. He was a police officer. Now, what he did do, and I know this for a fact, is he highly respected the first responders, and he highly respected anyone who was in the military or was a veteran. He let me know that from the very get-go because me and my brother are both veterans, and my sister-in-law was a veteran, and he was always about that. Now, I do know that he leaned conservative in his political stuff because once in a while I would get an email, you know, that he would send to us and some friends and stuff like that. But other than that, I don't know too much about, you know, the last probably 20 years of my dad's life.
All right. I remember, and I probably shared the story on the show, but when I was doing the theta training, did I say it on the show before, Ron, or just to you?
Just to me, I think, because I'm not sure you talked about having gone through all of that training.
I'm just going to use a little snippet from this experience. I remember part of my theta training was a psychic training was part of being a theta healer. And so that was part of my training when I went through theta.
Yeah.
And I did a reading for a mother and her daughter. And long story short, I kept seeing bluebirds. I turned my back towards the two girls when I did the reading, and I went for about 45 minutes, and I just turned my back to them, and I was writing down on the yellow notepad. And all over the notepad, sometimes you're scribbling, and you don't even know what you're scribbling. You're just scribbling because you're writing down your thoughts, right? And when I looked at my notepad, I had bluebird, 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 bluebird all over that front of the page. I just kept writing bluebird, and half the time I don't remember writing it. That's the part that kind of freaked me out. But I asked what the relevance was. Her mother, who just recently passed away, absolutely 100% loved bluebirds. Her whole house had knickknacks. They were all bluebirds. They were all bluebirds. And so my point is with that story is that was a way that this woman's mother identified that it was her, was through blue birds. I don't know if I'm gonna bring something up and kind of just scratch the surface because it's personal within the circle right here.
Yeah.
There was recently a conversation about somebody we know who had a vision, and the vision was about another individual or a person that was involved in the individual's life in a very bad way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when you look at that, somebody would be like, well, why is that person coming through and not that person? Because sometimes spirit...
It was weird that this particular person came through.
It was very weird. But sometimes spirit needs to go right to the identifier. Because if you thought of that woman, you automatically thought of him.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is a quick and direct connection. There can't be no guessing games. You know, it's what can spirit do to communicate to you to make you identify that, hey, it's me, I'm here, I'm with you, or I need damn help, you know, or something like that, whatever it may be.
Right.
So we go back to this letter, right? One of the things here in number 1, it says, pay attention to smells that are out of place and unexpected. Spirit guides tend to use a smell you specifically remember them for. Think of who on the other side might be sharing that scent as a calling card. I'm guilty that I lose touch with that.
Yeah.
I think most people are. Even the best spiritual healers that I know still disconnect sometimes to where the signs are in front of them and they're not picking them up.
I have to admit to sometimes catching a whiff of a smell, and this happens to people all the time, that takes you back to some time in the past, like maybe your grandmother's cooking or whatever the case may be, maybe your grandmother's house or a cologne that you're, a cigar smell.
Pipe.
Yeah, something like that. But I've never put it into context like this was.
My dad, you brought up food, and that brought back Grandma Stucci.
Yeah.
I remember as a child always going to Grandma Stucci's house, and every time you walk in, she was always cooking pasta. Always had sauce on the oven. Her smell when you walk in was different than other homes that are cooking Italian. I don't know what the difference is, but hers was special, right? In the second I can smell that, and I have,
it takes you all the way.
It takes me all the way back. But it puts me into a place, right? It puts me into a place to where now I'm reminiscing for the next 20 minutes. And sometimes I'll start crying.
Yeah.
I start thinking of the holidays. I start thinking of when I was a kid and seeing all the relatives that were still living. I'm thinking of the camaraderie. I'm thinking of my cousins. I'm thinking of laughter. I'm thinking of the family. It's a super happy place. And maybe sometimes when she's here looking over me and she knows that I'm emotionally struggling because I hold that stuff in, sometimes she taps into that. She gives that scent and it puts me in a place that comforts me. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely.
And so, and that
I can see the comfort level of it too. That's
very comforting.
Yeah.
Very comforting. And that was one of the things here. Ron, number 2.
Number 2, spirits often use music and TV to speak messages to those who might not hear them otherwise. This is a crude spirit box itself. If you're suddenly humming a song you haven't heard in years, think of who might want you to hear it and know they are near. If you are ignoring the TV or radio and suddenly find yourself paying attention, it may be a message. Listen carefully.
Happens all the time. And a lot of people right now in the chat room, again, folks, we watch on our Abnormal Realities Facebook page and our YouTube channel. A lot of people are really referencing dreams. So a lot of people communicate through dreams.
See, we could do a whole show on dreams.
We're going to.
Yeah,
we have
because
to.
Dreams are important, especially with what we are talking about on this show. And like I said, I struggle with remembering my dreams. Once in a while, I'll be in the middle of the day and something will come up and I'll go, wait a minute, I dreamed about that last night. But it's typically dreams are weird, and there are people who can, help decipher those dreams. I'm afraid of what they would tell me, though.
No, I wouldn't be.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't be. Well, you know what? So sometimes, a fear of that it's actually a good thing, Ron. We need to get to that, even if there's times of pain and struggle through that emotion, because at the end, on the other side of that playing field, is a more enlightening.
I remember when I was younger, just to finish the conversation we had earlier, I would have a bad dream, and I wasn't sure I was awake. And I would either be dreaming I was awake or I would actually wake up. And I remember kind of at some point in there.
Else.
Else. E-L-S-E. Don't know what that is. At some point in there, I would pull the sheets up over my head, put the pillow over my face and over my head so that whatever scared me in the dream wouldn't get me in the room, that kind of thing. So, yeah, I mean, dreams are weird. And
blankets work great for protecting you from death.
I'm telling you, 110%. There's no question about it, right? I probably could have died a billion times without my blankie or my pill do.
Unexpected thoughts. Your what?
I threw that out there before I thought about it.
Your what?
I called it a pill do.
What the hell is
our studio audience is laughing at me now.
A pill do?
Yes, I had a pill do. Did you not have a pill do?
I don't know what that is.
It's my pillow, my little pillow.
Is that thing you spoon with?
No, well, maybe. I don't know. It's my pill do. Stop, dude. Stop.
Okay, bro.
Oh, my God.
Damn it.
Okay, I can see this coming back to haunt me now. Number 3.
Sleeping with a pill do is number 3.
I'll read it. Sometimes hunches and unexpected thoughts out of left field are whispers from your spirit guides. Not kidding, this happens.
It is. Unexpected thoughts are super profound, and we need to be able to write them down. And when you wake up from a dream, you need to write it down.
See, that's my thing is I'm so tired, or I just go right back to sleep.
It's tough.
You got to purposefully think about that, right?
Well, so you
maybe put a notepad by your,
because as time goes on,
there are some dreams I have. I just don't want to write that shit down.
You have to. You got to.
I don't want to write it down, dude. My wife might read it.
You got to embrace it, bro. You got to embrace it as a team. As a team, bro.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, Misty would understand their dreams. It's part of healing. Namaste, bro.
Namaste.
Bitches.
All right. Number 4, Rocky.
Well, we got 44s. Wash those dreams away, Ron Phillips. See, I don't know about this. It says wash.
Stop.
Folks, when we come back, we're going to finish this, but I also brought a little treat to show all of you in regards to some... I'm hearing things, dude, and it's the music. I got something to show you, kids. Don't go anywhere. Yep. This is going to blow your mind. I'm just going to give you a clue. Ouija boards, Ron Phillips, take us home, bro.
All right, we'll be back. A couple of minutes. See you in a second. All right, we're clear.
I wanted to say something so bad. Dude, we can get so deep on every single, and I know, let me go back to, let's check YouTube. Doug Stack, Teresa, Chet, what's happening, Chet? What's up, Steph Cuervo Queen? The app, again, for the record, I'm not an app dude. I bought it because for some reason I felt like I had to. It was only 99 cents. It's not like I made a big purchase. But it's the Ghost Radar app. Again, I don't use apps. When I watch Ghost Brothers, I get super mad at them when they actually use a downloaded app for a TV show.
It seems weird to me. Yeah, it seems weird.
Yeah, it's taken away from people that are like really trying to come up with real scientific equipment.
Oh no, I don't disagree.
Dude, I bet you NASA has some cool shit.
Oh, I bet they do.
I bet you they talk to them.
They probably do. According to Scott Wolter, we can do that.
We can.
Telepathically.
Yeah, you heard me right, Steph.
1 minute.
What's up, Kevin? What's going on, brother? All right. Just curious, I bought a spirit box. Yes, that's what you want, Steph.
What?
A spirit box.
Yeah.
Did you get the SB7 or SB11? I hear you, Dougie. I hear you, brother. SB7 or SB11? Miss Steph Cuervo Queen. I got the 11. I cannot find my 7, and I like the 7 so much better. It's softer. Look at Ryan. He's looking at the time.
Yep, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. All right. Good. There you go. SB7. Good call. Get an external speaker if you didn't already. What? Congress. We don't.
Congress.
Oh, no. It's talking about crows.
Yeah. Oh, that's a Congress of Crows. You're good. You're good, dude. Here we go.
Saturdays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific on Mojo 5 Radio.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Abnormal Realities.
Yeah.
I'm Ron. That's Rocky. This is Petey.
How you doing?
Yeah, Petey. We were going to call him Daryl, but there was already his other brother Daryl over here.
Daryl is pissed. Look at him. Dude, look at him. He has a mean
mad.
look on his ass face right now.
Yeah, welcome back to Abnormal Realities. We do this every night at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can find us on a variety of places.
Thank you, Mary. She says, Ned, she says, hold on, boys. She said, a group of crows is a murder. A group of baboons is a Congress.
Thank you. Thank you. You're absolutely correct.
So this is why we have people.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
You are correct. It is a murder.
It is.
That is weird that they would call a group of crows a murder.
I see it, dude. Didn't you ever see like that movie?
The Birds?
I didn't want to say the name. Like I was going to curse myself if I said the name.
Yes. That's right.
Folks, hey, you know what, Ron? Let's I kind of want to finish this really quick before we get on, because this is when Ron and I get chills. We need to like
just flow with it.
We need to flow with it.
Flow with it.
So where were we on that? We were okay.
I did number 4. No, I see it. You do number 4.
Repeating numbers. I know Teresa's going to be all over this one. If you see repeating numbers, often called angel numbers, somewhere like on a clock, on your phone, on a receipt, that is an test. That is an angel. Now I see repeating numbers all the time. 1, 2, 1, 3.
Really?
All the time. I
used to catch 1, 2, 3, 4 a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's one of them that they recommend, or that they suggested here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 7, which he calls a cosmic number. Okay. I'm not even sure of that.
Just
1, 3, 7.
Just out of curiosity.
1, 1, 2, 3, which is Fibonacci or the golden ratio. It could be one of your spirits saying that they are looking after you to stop and thank them. Other numbers to note are those that we mentioned.
There's actually a lot of information about 137. Oh, angel numbers 137, meaning when the energy is this powerful, angel numbers show. Oh my goodness, pop-ups. You know what? Here, let's just do this really quick because I don't want to waste time on this. If we have anybody out there that does numbers, angel numbers, if anybody does numbers to readings, it's similar to astrology, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Get a hold of us. info@abnormalrealities.com. Let's get you on the show and let's explain the numbers thing and the meaning and where it comes from. Is it an astrological thing? Is it just a numerology? Because numbers.
Numerology is a huge deal. That's another show, even. So.
Another show. All right, so let me get back to that email. And so he was referencing numbers. Like I said, I believe that because I believe there's a certain number that everybody catches, and maybe we should do a little research on that. Maybe we'll even do a call-in show and have people call in with their numbers when we have a guest on that can explain it to us. And then, of course, the one is... it said the radar, the ghost radar, but I say spirit box or whatever tools you choose to use. I'm a big fan of the spirit box, the SB7, the SB11. But you can see where he's talking about you can see where visitor spirits are with practice. Any gifts you have can awaken and begin filling in the gaps so you can communicate. Ron, what did we say before? The more you believe, the more you experience. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. The more you're open to it.
Compare
what? What would you like us to compare?
Don't say it.
Don't say it.
Don't say it, okay, Ghost App? Let's see. And what does it say here? If you are worried that you may get a visit from a ne'er-do-well spirit, which happens, use sage.
Ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Use a sage stick. Now, I asked this one lady one time, I says, why do you use sage? And she goes, well, because the ghost can't stand the smell of it. Well, actually, sage, frankincense, dragon bloods, that's why churches use it. They actually hold the highest vibrational state of any incense on the market, which I think is very cool.
Explain that again, because you mentioned that to me the other night. Yep. It's a vibrational...
It's a frequency.
Frequency.
Yep.
Okay.
So you have sage, frankincense, and dragon's blood. Those 3 incenses have the highest vibrational state out of any incense that's available anywhere in the world.
What does vibrational state mean?
Well, so your body has a vibration.
Okay.
This table has a vibration. This, whatever it is again, Petey? Petey has a vibration. When you are in a very low, angry, super pissed off mood, your vibrational state is super low. When you're super motivated, when you're super happy, you have a super high vibration, right? And I even compare the same with ghost and spirit.
Okay.
Spirit is a high vibration, ghost is a low vibration. That's why when you're around a ghost, you feel it. You feel uncomfortable. Spirit, you don't. So women, a lot of you, when you take a bath, and some dudes, we ain't judging, right? When you take a bath, you light incense and it relaxes you. And what it's doing is that when you light an incense like a frankincense, a dragon's blood, or sage, white sage, it's actually kids. It's actually filling the room with that smoke. It's filling the room full of smoke that possesses a very high vibrational state to it, right?
So does that draw spirits in?
I won't necessarily say it draws in or doesn't.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is that any lower vibration, any lower frequency that's in that atmosphere, it pushes out. Because our thoughts, when we're pissed off, we actually scientifically alter the atmosphere in the area around us.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
So you light an incense, a dragon's blood, and that smoke emits, it's going to push that vibration right out, and then it gives you that relaxed feeling. That's why they do it in church. They're sitting there with their church. I think churches use frankincense. And they put it in a big can, and they're doing a humming and the whatever it is,
Catholic churches do that.
Catholic churches do that. And so what they're doing is that they're just using that smoke to push all that negative air out of the room. So I'm a huge believer in all that. Remember, frequency is super important.
What is meant by sage smudge stick, though?
Okay, so a smudge stick, you can buy them. They're just a whole bunch of sage leaves dried out and then tied together. Okay. We used to sell them. Lisa and I, they're just huge. That looked really weird.
They're just huge.
Well, somebody needs a little help. And that's what we would use. We used to make little ones. If we're just doing a quick smudge of the house. Natives, they smudged. So
define smudge. That's
so smudging. When I don't know. Look it up really quick, but I know that when I was at a native funeral, we escorted a chief's wife to a cemetery, and they smudged they had the bowl, they had the incense, and then they grabbed the smoke and they wrapped it around their head. They grabbed the smoke and they wrapped it around their head. So they smudged it. I don't know the exact, what do you got there?
Just talking about sage, smudge sticks.
So they call them smudge sticks. Mm-hmm. So smudging, whether you do it over your head.
How to smudge.
Yeah, so it's basically clearing a space. You're smudging.
Okay.
I don't use that term, though.
Native American cultural or tribal practice.
Yep.
It may be purifying. It may help relieve the symptoms of some conditions. May be a spiritual tool.
Yep.
Can dispel negative energy.
What?
There you go. Cleanse or empower specific objects. May improve your mood.
Yep.
It may help soothe stress.
Yep.
Wow.
Because all that high vibrational smoke, I'm telling you, folks, it's real science. This ain't me just being woo-woo, right? It's real stuff. So anytime you feel negative, because, we talked about the rice experiment, how you literally can affect a bowl of rice in a room by the way you talk about it, because rice is 70% water. The human body, 70% water.
Yeah.
So it has the same effect. So if you're just a POS and you're treating everybody around you like a POS, you are literally destroying them internally. You are seriously destroying them. You're making them sick. You're making them psychologically ill.
Which is why bad relationships where it's all mental stress.
Toxic.
It's just you're destroying the person. Yeah, you're destroying the person that you're talking that way to.
And people don't realize the legitimate scientific significance to your behavior.
So smudging isn't what you think about when you say, I smudged something on me or my hand or whatever. Smudging is a time-honored ritual used for cleansing a space or home of negative or inactive energy. So the term smudging is just by getting rid of the energy by using the sage or whatever the case.
You're clearing the energy. You're helping your mental state.
Yeah.
You're helping your anxiety state. It's like a non-prescribed medicine almost. Lisa and I used to have garbage bags full of it, and then we used to tie it. We used to get these strings from our native friend, and then Lisa used to tie it because Lisa's native, so I think she had like the authority to do it, whatever. But it's very real. One time when I was at the Fernhill house, the first time I was ever there, because at the time I thought I was some magical angelic creature, right? So I'm like, I'm going to help these people. And so we had these REM pods. You've seen the REM pods before. It's just those little boxes with the little antenna on it.
Yeah.
And then they monitor static fluctuation.
Yeah.
So when the static changes,
gets close to it.
Yep, it goes off. Well, we had some in the basement. We had some at the middle level. And then we had some upstairs. So we had them on 3 floors. I always started in the basement, worked circular, and worked my way up. Just pushing it up with the smoke. When I started in the basement, no lie, I got people that were there to verify this. Every single REM pod in the entire house at the same time lit up, dude. We heard them. I mean, I freaked out. I lost my spiritual power because it distracted me so much. Explain that to me.
I have no way to explain that to you.
Because I pissed off what was ever in that house so bad that it literally affected the energy of the entire location.
Okay.
And so I didn't do that again for the next year. I just kept going back. Yeah, it was pretty wild. So I got a treat.
Yeah, I'm anxious for you to show everybody this.
I want to show people
Let's talk about it real quick. So a lot of people have asked us about, some people call it Ouija.
Yep.
Some people call it Ouija. In Texas, we call it Ouija boards, but they're Ouija boards.
Oh, Texas has their own way they call it?
Ouija.
He said in Texas we call it
Ouija
Ouija.
Ouija. People are familiar with Ouija boards because most of us played with them when we were younger. Got a group of friends together for a seance of sorts, and we whipped out the Ouija boards and decided to let the spirits talk to us. There have been many movies made with Ouija boards in them, and sometimes they're not so friendly. So you just got to be careful with them. Also known as a spirit board or a talking board is a flat board marked with the letters of the alphabet, the numbers 0 through 9, and the answers yes and no, and occasionally a hello and a goodbye.
Hello. Goodbye.
Oh, that said kids. Okay. So Ouija boards use, I thought it was you, but I guess it was you made the sound. But they use a small little heart-shaped puck called a planchette or a planchet, and that is the movable indicator. So a lot of people talk about Ouija boards in that they work based off of everybody who's touching it, involuntary muscle movement to wherever on the board this thing is going to go, or somebody in the group is driving it. But the bottom line is that Ouija boards can be used for good, can be used for evil, and
they're sold by Hasbro.
And they were sold by Hasbro. I mean, they started off, what did this say? It's a trademark of Hasbro, but it's often used generically to refer to any talking board. I think this thing talks about it. It says they were created in the 1880s to enable faster communication with the spirits. And then in 1890, businessman Elijah Bond created the first commercial version of the Ouija board, was regarded as an innocent parlor game. And then throughout the years, specifically during World War I, Pearl Curran popularized its use as a divining tool.
And back then, there's a lot of the ectoplasm work where you see a lot of pictures of the ectoplasm. You know what I'm talking? You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Why are you laughing at me?
I know I do. It says the action of the board can be most easily explained by unconscious movements of those controlling the pointer.
That's what doctors and scientists have said. They said it's your subconscious. So you really are moving it subconsciously is what doctors are saying. They're trying to prove that spirit isn't involved, right? Anything through manifestation and the way you perceive it to be is what's going to become real, right?
Yeah.
If you go into the bathroom and you're going to go in and do Bloody Mary, you're going to freak yourself out, and even to the point to where you actually may manifest something through that mirror because that is your true intent. And that, hey, Bloody Mary's a game. Kids did it all the time. I do it. I'll go do it right now, and I guarantee I'm going to get freaked out. I'm going to get chills. But if you do it enough and you believe it enough, something
It will haunt
manifest.
you.
It will.
It will haunt you.
Your shit.
You will manifest something in your mind that may or may not be real to you specifically. Now, Rocky's going to bring out his. I want you to explain to people about this.
Okay.
It's hard for them to see because of the lights.
Okay, wait a minute here. Come here. Kind of.
There,
okay, there
you
you
can
go.
see a
So
little bit
I got to
there.
kind of angle it a little bit here so you guys can see
So
it.
explain.
Round.
No, that's rectangle. All right,
Yeah,
explain.
get your shit right.
Yeah, explain to
Ghost
people
radar.
what this is.
Okay, I'm trying
Besides
to
it being a Ouija board, you can see.
Okay, so
the engravings
this,
on it.
Was a Ouija board that was sent over. You guys remember with
Here,
Scotty
let me
and John? That was made. Look, you just feel it, dude. It's weird.
It's put Petey over there.
Weird. This was made in Egypt from the limestone from the Valley of the Kings.
Yeah, no
And,
joke.
yeah,
This thing probably weighs what, 10 pounds?
at least 10 pounds. It's
Yeah.
solid rock.
And you can see the back of it is where they've chiseled it out
Yep.
of the limestone.
They chiseled it exactly how they'll chisel when they're doing the pyramids. How they chisel the rocks. It's exactly what that is.
Man,
and they
this
just
is-
smooth
this
out
is
one
phenomenal.
side.
Yeah, and see it still.
Yeah,
has-
that's what I'm saying. Dude,
It
rub
has-
it on you and let it absorb into you.
I'm not rubbing the limestone dust on me.
What?
This is actually pretty cool. Now, didn't you say that they shipped this to you, but this was the only one that survived?
Well, so it was coming to Scotty because if you look at the top, Exodus Reality, that was what John Ward and Scotty, that was their thing, was Exodus Reality. They used to do big trips to Egypt. And so when this was being shipped over, this was the only survivor in the whole box. And so I got this from Scotty, and the only one that survived. And then I actually donated it to somebody for a silent auction for a really, really good, honorable event. And I purposely went and I got it in the auction just so that was my way to give to the event. But for some reason,
I see what you're saying.
it was meant to
I wonder
be
if-
with me. What are you doing?
I wonder if I shine the light sideways on it.
Do it.
I don't know. Can you? Yeah, no, that doesn't work. I started to say maybe that'll show you, but
Here. Keep talking.
okay. Yeah. So, I mean, I think what he's going to do is walk up to the camera and kind of give you a closer shot of it. It won't be in focus, but you'll be able to see it a little bit better. Guys, this thing is impeccable. And to know that this was engraved from the limestone from the Valley of the Kings in Egypt that's what impresses me. Get out of the camera, dude. That's what impresses me about it so much. And like I said, it probably weighs easy 10 pounds.
Don't break it.
Yeah,
It's
and
forever.
don't draw.
Dude, it's forever embedded in us, dude. It is in our blood system.
I hear you.
We're going to have dreams tonight, bro.
Amazing.
This is
So,
amazing.
what experiences have you guys had with Ouija boards?
We
We've
have-
got about 10 minutes.
10 minutes. So one or two callers, if you have an experience. Mr. Phillips, what is the phone number?
I'm going to put it on the screen as we speak, my friend.
Yes,
Let me
sir.
Throw that.
So tell us your story. I'm not afraid of Ouija boards. I believe it's all in the intent. The number is 202-900-5900, 202-900-5900. I believe that a lot of kids, Ron, have super bad experiences with Ouija boards just because
Yeah.
they very immaturely are trying to have a fun time. They manifest something to be freaky, and there's people that go their entire life with
And then it lives with them.
Dude, we got a call. Come on, caller. Let's see. Let's hear your story. I am answering, let's see, right now. Area code 337. Who's on the phone? Tell us what you got.
I got a bad story. It's Doug. Man.
What's up, Dougie?
Hey, Doug.
How's it going?
Come on.
Well, it was our freshman year, and one of the kids in school, he was my best friend actually in elementary school, and when we got older, we kind of grew apart. But he was killed. He was trying to rob an ex-cop, and the cop pulled out a gun and shot him 4 times in the chest.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, we were all at my friend's house doing that little Ouija board session, and I was the dumb one to make the suggestion to let's contact our friend. Well, we contacted our friend, and I don't know if it was any one of us pushing or what, but every single one of us that night had pound.
No, it said count.
Count.
Sorry.
Oh, count.
Yep.
Every single one of us that night had very vivid dreams of our friend who had gotten killed.
All right, now Doug, you said that you did the Ouija board, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you tried to summons your friend that was killed by the cop.
Yes.
Okay. Now, did he come through the board?
I don't know if it was him, but it was something evil.
Oh, then it wasn't him.
Well, it was. He wasn't the nicest of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like he kind of went off on the wrong path and everything, and he was evil to animals. He was evil to other people, and it just seemed like you know there was 7 of us in the room, and that I don't know what you call it, the little piece that
the planchette.
Put your fingers on.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. That was going nuts.
Oh.
And, you know I wasn't pushing it.
Were you asking it yes or no questions, or was it spelling out words?
It was spelling out words.
Ugh.
We were asking who
Doug, let me ask you this. Do you believe that, everybody or people had those dreams is because they manifested that reality that they were talking with this guy through the board? Or do you think that's some energy? Because, dude, I'm telling you something. These boards, if you empower them, I believe them to be very real and could be very dangerous tools. Do you believe that you brought something and did it take a while for it to go away?
Well, I don't know if we brought something. We were all kind of freaked out, and I'm actually getting goosebumps right now talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
I bet.
But it was like I said, I don't know if it was subconscious or anything like that, or somebody was pushing and playing games. But I felt an energy, and I've always felt energies. The spirits, ghosts. I've seen ghosts, and I've seen a lot of things, and I actually felt it. And when I was in that dream, it actually felt like real life.
Dang, bro.
See, those are the intense, vivid dreams that I used to have, where I recall them feeling like real life. I mean, even to this day, now that I'm thinking about it, I have dreams where I'm struggling to move.
Oh,
where I'm claw, in mud trying to move. And I'll wake up with a headache, breathing hard, stuff like that, where maybe I was struggling, in real time with something. But quite honestly, it just kind of floors me, and messing with those Ouija boards just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But thanks, man.
Another thing,
go ahead,
Ron.
Yeah.
One thing I do a lot is Rocci knows. I sit by the fire pit almost every night, and I'll throw sage into my fire pit, and so much good has happened since I started doing that.
There you go.
It's one thing that I don't ever want to stop doing is, I even grow sage now just to throw it in my fire pit.
Hey, brother, if that's what works, man, you keep doing that. And that's actually a brilliant idea because for 1, the fire, for 2, the sage, for 3, that's your place. You know what I mean, brother? So you keep doing that,
Thank
man.
you, Doug. Appreciate the call.
Doug, we love the hell out of you, brother. Thank you.
608. You're on the air.
And by the way, Lisa is here, and Lisa said it needs to be sealed in something where you can view to admire with no touch and nothing is getting out. Lisa gets a little freaked out. There's actually rules.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead, 608. What do you got?
Delaney Pearl Jones.
Oh, Delaney, girl, what? Give me a hug. What up, girl?
Virtual hug.
Virtual hug coming your way.
So in 1996, it was December 29th, 1996, me and my friend Angie Stenzel and Crystal Bonanno, we used the Ouija board to try to talk to Tupac Shakur.
Oh.
And we put a lit cigarette, a Newport, on the Ouija board, and it was smoking like somebody was taking a drag off it through the board. Yeah, there was no smoke coming out of it. It was just taking it in. It was crazy.
Oh, my gosh.
So I found out. Yeah.
Wait, so smoke, like somebody was taking a drag, but there was
no smoke exhaling. Oh, wow.
What the hell?
Yeah,
Put the
that's
lit cigarette, you stood it up on its end. You put the filter down, you stood it up on its
Yeah,
end on the
yeah.
board, and it was smoking. Like motherfucker was smoking a cigarette through the board.
Damn.
dang, that's nuts.
Yep, and that night we heard Tupac came through, and then Eazy-E came through, and of all other people, it was the other person that stuck with me, Albert Pike.
Albert.
You know who he is, right?
I don't know who that is.
I know the name, but it's not ringing a bell. Come on, girl.
Pretty much, he's like the head Freemason of.
Oh, I got you. I know who he is. Yep, I know who he
Mr.
is.
Albert Pike.
Yep.
They never paid him for his works, and he's pissed.
Oh, he should
They
be
never
pissed.
paid him. He died poor, and he's pissed.
Oh.
And yeah, so
I can
those
see
three
that.
stuck with me. I had to ask the Rods a couple of times if it was true that these three spirits stayed with me, and it is. They've been with me for a while, so all the stuff that I've been writing and talking and videotaping and stuff, guys.
So Delaney, Ron,
Yeah.
is this your first time talking
Yeah,
with
it
Delaney?
is.
I've known Delaney for
Well,
quite
hi,
a while.
Ron.
Hi, Delaney.
Nice
Thanks
to
for the
talk
call.
to y'all.
Yeah, nice to
I
talk
like
to you.
I like you guys. You guys are
No,
hilarious.
well, you know, Delaney, we love you. So now what?
I don't know.
Delaney does.
Just go look at my photos.
Yep.
Go look at my ghost album in my Facebook page.
Oh, yeah. I got
She does a lot of work. She does
Yeah,
a lot of
good.
spiritual work. Delaney, man, I'll tell you something. You've been hanging with the meatball for a long time now, and I just want to tell you I love you, and I could not express how much I appreciate
And
you.
Delaney,
and
thank you so much for the call. We appreciate you going through that with us. That's kind of weird, dude.
it is weird. Thank you,
Easy-E,
Delaney. Is
yeah.
she gone?
Yeah.
She gone.
Yeah.
All right.
Eazy-E and Tupac.
Dude, I think in a past life I was a rapper. I mean, you hear me bust
Are you
out.
about-
you
oh
hear
my
me bust out
God.
some rhymes because I don't want to commit no crimes. I just grab a couple dimes and I walk down the street and I'm walking to the beat because I know what's up because I'm playing in a cup. What?
Up here. That was good.
Dude, I
'Cause
just
I'm
came
playing-
up with that.
I'm
It
playing
just-
in a cup, he says.
flowed.
That's the best he came up with.
Dude, you even gave me an up top, bro. Damn it.
That was before I realized you said playing in a cup.
Playing in a cup.
Oh my God. Guys, we have fun doing this show and I hope you have fun watching it with us. We've got various topics coming up over the next couple of weeks, but if you want us to talk about something specific, please, as Rocky said, email us info@abnormalrealities.com. We will research, we'll dig into it, and we'll talk about it. If you've got ghost videos, if you've got UFO videos, we want to see them. We will put them on the air and we will talk about them, and we may even have you on the air with us to talk about them. So
Barbara said this show was eerie tonight.
eerie show.
Well, you know, again, this is going to become the model of the show. People fear what they don't understand. Right?
Always.
I'm not
That's
saying
me.
that towards
That's me,
anybody
yeah.
here. I'm just saying in general, right?
Yeah.
And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to understand,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a safe way to say it.
Yeah.
And you know, Ouija boards, a lot of people fear them. I don't fear them, but maybe respect them.
Well, that's what you should do is respect them. Yeah.
I respect the shit out of them.
And thank you for bringing the Ouija board, man. That's kind of cool. I've never touched anything from the freaking Valley of the Kings in Egypt. God. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us. Abnormal Realities. I don't know what the hell he's doing. I think sometimes he just loses his mind.
Hey, getvervenow.com. Get your asses over there. Getvervenow.com. Best CBD on the market. Get over there. Go to the website, abnormalrealities.com. Love you guys. Ron Phillips, take us home.
Love you guys. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. See ya.
All right.
We are clear.
Lisa was in the chat room tonight. She's talking smack. Shit's going down when I get home. I ain't playing. What?
She was talking smack. That's great. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Abnormalrealities.com. info@abnormalrealities.com if you want to email us.
iTunes.
And find us. And it's The Abnormal Show on Twitter.
Yep. And get to iTunes.
Get to iTunes. Give us that review,
Give
please.
us a review and say we're awesome. And
All right.
We're sexy. as
Talk
shit.
to y'all later. Bye.